What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. My name's Chris, and today we're talking about Antisocial Social Club. I feel like this brand doesn't even need a introduction. It's one of those brands that you just kind of know, and if you aren't following in the space or you're not a huge fan of Antisocial Social Club, you also know this brand. It's one of those brands that is underground but made it mainstream, but still is kind of underground. The piece that I have to get this out of the way is the Antisocial Social Club North America piece. It was a super cool drop that I actually had to set a reminder on my phone for when it went live, because I knew it was gonna sell out, and it did. So I'm very happy that I was able to cop something that I actually liked from the brand. In these videos, I kind of like to give a breakdown of the brand and kind of who they are, but to be honest, you can't really find much information on Antisocial Social Club. The only thing I was really able to find was that it was started by Neek Lurk as a emotional outlet for kind of the stuff that he was going through as a person. I believe one of the things he said, one of the quotes I was able to find was that he put this logo on a couple of shirts and he was able to sell it, and he was like, cool, I create something that I can sell, and then all of a sudden it just became this worldwide phenomenon. If you remember, like 5 or 6 years ago, this brand kind of was popping off. You had Kim K wearing it, you had Kanye West wearing it. Any really large celebrity, I'm sure you could search up, and they were wearing this sweatshirt. It was one of those brands that said, hey, I don't want to talk to anyone, but hey, also look at me and look at what I'm wearing. That being said, we're not here to dive in deep. We're not here to figure out why this brand was started. All we need to know is that it's a brand, it's a hype brand, and if it's worth buying in 2021. If you've watched any of the breakdowns that I've done for other clothing brands, then you know I break this down into 2 categories. I break it down into the swag of the product and then the quality of the product. So let's get right into it and let's talk about the swag of the product. Let's be honest, the logo says it all. This is a swaggy, if I dare say that, piece of clothing. The simplicity of the design makes this hoodie or shirt or whatever you're looking at buying a go-to piece. And you know, it's not too crazy, it's not too right in your face. You can wear it going to get coffee, you can wear it out into the club, you can wear it, you know, going on a date. It's one of those pieces that you can dress up or down, which is why I personally got this, because I knew I could wear it wherever I wanted to go. What's also nice about having Antisocial Social Club clothing is that it kind of gets treated like you're wearing a really nice pair of sneakers, a really nice pair of J's, some Jordan 1, some Off-Whites, because whenever you wear this out, you get random compliments throughout the day, because people know, they're like, oh, this guy copped this, because it's almost impossible to get, or it was. It's kind of, I feel like it's kind of easier now, but if they're in the space, they know like what you went through to get a piece of this clothing. Funny story, I was actually in Chicago like a month ago, and it was my first time wearing it out in like a city where there's tons of people, and I'm not gonna lie, I got tons of compliments. I actually had a dude dap me up. He's like, it's a nice sweatshirt, and that made me feel cool. So be aware of that. People know what this brand is in this space, and they know how cool it can be. My favorite thing I like to pair this sweatshirt with in general is just some light pair of jeans and some nice Nikes. I normally go with the Blazers, or just really any sneaker goes well. I'm not a big fan of wearing dark sweatshirts with dark pants. I normally go dark and light, but you could definitely rock this with some black pants. You can rock this sweatshirt with some khakis, and it will make anything that you're wearing more fire. I can't believe I just said more fire. Now that we've established that this sweatshirt has swag, if I dare say, and it's a good piece of clothing, it makes you feel like you're wearing something important, let's get into the actual quality side of the sweatshirt or the hoodie or the brand. For a brand that is as high value as Antisocial Social Club, I feel like the quality is there but not there at the same time, if that makes sense. To get out of the way, this hoodie in particular costed me $100, and I feel like when you buy a hoodie for $100, or if you're spending that type of money on any sort of clothing, there's some type of reputation that gets brought along for it. And I feel like that's just where the brand kind of lacks. You know, when I got this hoodie in the mail, I will say it came pretty quickly. Normally when you're buying these exclusive drops, it takes like a month to get to you. I got this within like a week and a half, which is really cool. But, you know, it just didn't have anything flashy about it. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, Chris, dude, it's clothing. Like, what needs to be flashy about it? It's just when I spend that type of money, I want it to be kind of worth it. I want the experience of opening up, unzipping the bag, and seeing something cool to be there. Like, for example, when I bought Kith undershirts, it came in a actual box. The products were rolled up. It had Kith branding all over it. When I got the Antisocial Social Club hoodie, it was literally just wrapped up in the bag that you get from UPS. It was nothing fancy, which kind of like let me down. For example, a brand that's doing it right, in my opinion, for clothing is 100 Thieves. I bought their, I did a whole video on it. I bought their open world long sleeve, and it came in a bag, a Ziploc bag that had 100 Thieves branding all over it. The experience of opening it up was more enjoyable than opening up a highly recognizable brand like Antisocial Social Club's hoodie. Another thing that I don't know if it's a big deal to mention, but I feel like I should be mentioning it, is the tag or the lack of tag inside of the hoodie. Now, if you're like me, I hate tags. It's one of those things that just kind of I just don't like. I hate when it's scratched on the back of your neck. So I'm happy that there's no tag. However, it looks like they just screen pressed the most generic logoing for it. Not that it's like a bad thing, but it's just like, I feel like there's no attention to detail, especially for a hoodie this expensive. The actual feel of the hoodie I think is great. I'm a big fan of heavier hoodies. I want it to feel like a hoodie, and this sweatshirt holds up, and I'm assuming that the rest of their clothing is made from the same material. Kind of what happens is when you find a blank product that you really like, that's kind of the one that you just continue to get, unless supply chains are like terrible, which right now they're crazy. It's almost impossible to get any sort of stock in clothing. So I am happy with like the quality of like the hoodie of the blank. It definitely feels like a nicer hoodie compared to like a Rich and Lonely hoodie or some of the other brands that I have. But here's the thing. When you're buying an Antisocial Social Club piece of clothing, you're not buying it for the unboxing experience. You're not buying it for the quality of the material. You're buying it so you can rock the Antisocial Social Club name. You want people to know that you have a piece of clothing that is very hard to get. You want to be wearing a piece of clothing that no one else has, and if they do have, chances are it's not the same drop as what you got. So final thoughts, is Antisocial Social Club worth it in 2021? It depends. It depends if this is still a brand that you enjoy. It depends if it's one of those brands that you followed back on Instagram when you in 2017 and you just haven't unfollowed them and you just see them occasionally. It depends if you're really into streetwear. It depends if you're really into exclusive clothing. Personally, I don't see myself ever buying another piece of Antisocial Social Club clothing unless they collaborate with a brand that I really enjoy, unless they collaborate with somebody that I look up to. But I feel like once you have a piece of clothing from the Antisocial Social Club, the quality is there to have it last a very long time. And also, how many shirts do you want to say Antisocial Social Club? If I were to give this brand a ranking 0 to 10, I would give it, in 2021, I would give it a 8.5. I think it's still one of the higher brands that you can look out for. It's still one of those brands that you can buy, and you, like I said, you can wear it everywhere, no matter the occasion. So if that's something that you're into, then I think this brand is for you. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me. If you could like and subscribe, it helps boost the video, and it helps put me and my channel into the YouTube algorithm, so then it gives me the confidence to start creating more of these videos. So if you like this, definitely hit the like button. You can even smash it if that's something that you're into, or ram your car into it, whatever you would like. And thank you guys so much. I will check you guys in the next video. Peace.